Did you ever watch the movie Osmosis Jones and wish it were vaguely dog-themed and a Metroidvania? Well, I spent 3 hours with Biogun, and I think you're going to want to check this one out. Before we inject ourselves into this video, allow me a moment to shout out our fabulous community over at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames. Feel free to follow along for free to show your support, or join at one of the many tiers to net yourself Discord access, early and ad-free content, an exclusive podcast, and even free games at some levels. Your community is waiting for you. Biogun is a microscopic Metroidvania set in the body of the eccentric Doc X's beloved pet dog, who has sadly contracted the deadly duper virus. If that sounds incredibly corny, well, it is! I have to confess that I did make a snap judgment that I wasn't going to like this game after booting it up and taking a gander at the over-the-top premise and presentation. However, I can absolutely admit when I'm wrong, and thankfully this is one of those cases. Biogun is a really well-made little Metroidvania that grew on me with each passing bodily system. I guess my fears of a bad experience were all in vain. We play as Beck, the fourth iteration of a vaccine developed by Doc X on a mission to stop the duper virus in its tracks. Okay, saying duper virus still feels ridiculous, but trust me, the gameplay here is, dare I say, fluid? Controls in Biogun are a breeze. You begin by selecting your preferred playstyle, manual fire or bumper jumper. I opted for manual fire, which streamlines the aiming by locking the angle of your shot in place after firing. The bumper jumper preset allows you to move and aim more freely. It's a personal preference, but I didn't have too much of an issue getting into the swing of things with the manual fire setting. Apart from your basic jump, shoot, and dash, you'll also unlock new abilities as you progress deeper into the bowels of the, bowels. From hovering to bombs and double jumps, all of your basics are covered here, and everything is explained in a simple yet effective manner. At one point, you acquire a scanner, which you can use to document all of the life forms and machinery you encounter as you explore. The more you scan, the more upgrades your scanner receives, allowing you to display boss health bars and more. There's even a built-in healing mechanic that can prevent some of the more frustrating deaths. As you squash germs and explore your environment, you'll collect currency, which can be used to purchase upgrade chips. These chips can be assigned at checkpoints and provide unique performance enhancements, my personal favorite being the little drone companion that would fight alongside me. Never underestimate the power of a great companion. Speaking of man's best friend, you'll encounter tons of canine-esque NPCs with quests for you to complete, like rescuing lost puppies, a personal favorite of mine. The missions are all really easy to track with the game's UI, and the map is clear, which is an absolutely crucial element to any effective Metroidvania. Biogun has a unique fast travel system, allowing you to travel from injection site to injection site, lest you forget you're playing as a vaccine. Doc X will extract you and redistribute you to another part of the body to transport you from system to system so you can complete tasks you may not have been able to do before. All of the bosses I encountered through my time with the game were bested with a little bit of practice, though I can tell you that early stage bosses are on the easier side, but that could just be because the most recent Metroidvania I played was Ender Magnolia. Need I say more? As you trek through the body, you'll experience vivid, organic environments that represent the various systems of the human body. Biogun does a good job of differentiating between systems using different color schemes and props for each location. Many locations also have area-specific enemies or hazards, though even if the scenery is not a dead giveaway, you can pretty easily tell where you are by the map or the labels that pop up with each new scene. There's actually some voice acting in Biogun, but most of it isn't real words. You get a lot of grunts and half-speak, but very few spoken words, save for the occasional quips from Doc X.
Yas, Phoebe, Maximone, and Penny.
Vocalizations take a bit of getting used to, much like the Goofy story, but similar to a lipoma, it does grow on you with time. From what I've experienced of the music thus far, however, the soundtrack is phenomenal. As a fan of retro synthwave music and an avid listener of the Lo-Fi Boy channel on YouTube, this music appeals to me greatly. I've definitely experienced media with a similar concept in the past, like the aforementioned Osmosis Jones Stones, that one episode of Magic School Bus, you know the one. And even in gaming like the criminally underrated Get a Grip chip and the Body Bugs. But Biogun definitely holds its own in this arena. For a game with a super goofy premise, there are some seriously solid mechanics, and I will absolutely be going back in for more soon. If you're a fan of Metroidvanias and can keep an open mind with the super silly concept, no bones about it, you're in for a bloody good time with Biogun.